Here we go. Here we go. I'm live. Am I live? I'm live. Yes, I am. In. I'm live. Boys and girls, welcome to another one, like you do. Saturday Night Live, number 7. 7 Saturday Night Lives in. It's developing into a habit, boys and girls, but I don't care. Hopefully people will tune in as I start. I just thought I'll mention what I've been up to today. Um, Theakston's malting and mashing today. Oh, we got a viewer already. 40 seconds in, we've got a viewer. We've got 2 viewers, 41 seconds. Why? Oh, here we go. Ryan Bryson Payne. Woo! Aaron Miller. I take it you haven't been to Calais. What up, G? I'm all right, mate. I'm fucking fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Anyway, boys and girls, the beers I've done reviewed this afternoon, like you do. Mr. Darren Hawthorne, I have to say, Mr. Happy birthday to you today. I know that you've reached the grand old age of 35, so happy birthday to you. I do hope you've had a great day and done some great stuff. So happy birthday, mate. If I knew it was your birthday, I would have bought in some Deval yesterday, but never mind. So, boys and girls, welcome to another live one. 37, Mr. Hawthorne. I don't believe you're 37. You look too young for that. I'm not licking your ass, but you look too young for that. You look about 35. So don't be, don't be modest. Just be, if someone says you're younger than what you are, then you are that age, okay? That's a little tip. A little tip from me to you, just to, if I think you're 35, you're fucking 35. You're not 37. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me for another live one. And I love doing these now. I must admit, I've got my old gang here. I've got Ryan Bryan. I've got Aaron Miller. I've got Darren Hawthorne. Of course, Aaron Miller, mate. Did you go to Calais today again? Let us know. Let us know in the comments if you went to Calais today. And Ryan Bryson Payne, are you going to start off with Aaron Miller again on a Saturday night? Tell us. You got, the gang. Aaron Miller. The gang's here. So, boys and girls, what I've been drinking today and reviewing today is I'll start off with this one. This one I picked up from Morrison's, and this was that one. It's great up north, and it really was great, and it was really great up north as well. I don't know if it would change if I drank this in the south, but up north when I had it, it was great. So, and it had a picture of the Angel of the North on that as well. Highly recommend that. So get yourself down Mobo's or whatever it is, Mozzers. Get yourself down Mozzers and pick up a can of that because it's not bad. So also, I've been drinking some beer which was sent to me this week, and we have I did have that one as well. The controlled explosion from Doc's Beers. Highly recommend that. Get hold of it. Enjoy it. There's still a little bit in the can. But it's fucking gone. That wasn't bad. And I've just drunk that one as well. 8% Cossack Imperial Stout. You know the score. Get hold of one. If you're Russian, well, if you're English, if you're European, just get hold of it. So, boys and girls, the Women's World Cup's kicking off tomorrow. Do I give a fuck? No, I fucking don't. Women don't play football for me. Women do not play football. They will never play football, and they will never, ever, ever, ever win the World Cup. So there you go. So any tips to you boys out there? If the Women's World Cup tomorrow, don't fucking watch it because it'll be shy. So that's my little tip for you boys and girls out there. I've gone up in views. Brilliant. So yeah, I've had that one, the Cossack Imperial Stout, Impy Stout. If get hold of it, they should get back in the kitchen. Aaron Miller, I tell you what, Aaron Miller. After I've just mentioned about the Women's World Cup, Aaron Miller, you always hit the nail on the head, mate. They should just get back in the kitchen. You're fucking well right, because they should be in the kitchen. They should be in the kitchen making sandwiches. They should be in the kitchen doing loads of things, kind of like ironing and stuff, and and cleaning the toilets and stuff. Yeah, man after my own heart. But the women these days have got a bit above their stations. They have. I'm sorry to say, they belong at home, cooking, home baking, homemaking, as they say, homemaking, and kind of like looking after the man of the house, because it's the man at the end of the day who goes out and puts up with a load of shit through the day and earn the money. So, Aaron Miller, you're bloody well right there. Bloody well right. What was I going on about? I can't remember what's going on about now. Women in their place. Yes, women in their place. Always have a woman underneath the understairs cupboard with a hoover. Bring them out when you need something cleaning. Yeah, definitely. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. I could get political in this one. I don't want to get political because I know the views would just drop off like anything if I start getting political. But women have got above their stations. Well, I'm saying Mrs. Brown. Like you do. Anyway, I was going to say something just then. Not about the Women's World Cup, but Mr. Miller. Can I call you Mr. Miller, Aaron? Mr. Miller put me off guard like I tend to do and go off on a tangent about something else. What was I gonna say? I can't remember now. I'm gonna retrace my steps here because I can't remember. Oh, here we go. Right, we got some more comments. It call me Bam. All right, Alan Miller, I'll call you Bam. Matthew Barker, good evening, mate. Three of us having a few burgers and some beers while watching your live video. Women's football, it bores me seeing women pundits on TV now. Just to be politically correct, it really winds me up. It does. Women at football, it's a load of fucking bullshit, isn't it? Gabby, what's her name? Logan. Apparently, she copped off with Alan Shearer, but that's another story. I just kind of like. I'll tell you what, the woman who really, really hate, is that Amanda Holden. She kind of shot her way to the top of the tree, didn't she? She went through Les Dennis, a poor bugger. He was going down, she was going up. Used him and fucking knocked him in the touch, you know. Poor old Les Dennis. His heart, he went a bit crazy on, was it Big Brother once? And poor old Les Dennis, poor bugger. Man, the whole old story. Aaron Miller says Amanda Holden. Proper old stoinker. Yes, she is. And she doesn't give a toss about any of you. So I'll tell you what. Here we go. It's getting tasty in the comments now. Ryan Bryson Payne, the name. That rhymes, didn't it? Ryan Bryson Payne, the one with the two name. Old MILF. Yes, definitely. Amanda Holden. She's just horrible. So, people out there watching me, Matt Barker, matey, if you're still watching me, I think you are. I hope you are. I've had a couple of your beers today, which I really enjoyed. And I had that one, which I really enjoyed too. So let us know what you thought. Yes, yeah, Amanda Holden, horrible little scrope. She's horrible. I hate her. Ugh. Anything. Ugh. She's kind of like horrible. She hasn't got any talent. She hasn't got any talent. So why the hell did Matt Barker says women claim they all want equal rights as men, but as soon as it comes to dating relationships, they will expect the man to pay for everything. Exactly. I'll be honest with you. That's exactly what women are brought into this world to do. The only thing that's, apart from blowjobs, is spend the man's money. That's what it's all about. Spending, wasting money, and kind of like infuriating everybody else, and they're driving as well. Women drivers. Oh, women drivers. I think the only good job they do without being sexist, but I'm being truthful here, is that they're good at Oktoberfest, with the jacked up titties and the pint glasses and boom, you know, that's what they're good at. But they're not really good at anything else, to be honest. They're kind of like a bit of a wasted species. But I'm going to get hammered for saying things like this. But I don't care, and that's the difference. We live in a politically correct environment, politically correct um, country. But I'm different from everybody else. That's the problem with England. Right, I'm getting political again, but I'm gonna have to. The problem with this country is there's too much faffing and farting about. All you need is a politician to get in that house, boys and girls, vote for me if you want, and say, this is the way we're going to do it. Fuck everything else, and do what you want. And that's it. Right, Bryson with a double barreled name. He's kind of like come up, he says, fuck him. Nice one. Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. He says, think what you want. Hashtag white power. Well, Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. You could be right there. Right, Rob John, hello, mate. He says, Jonathan, what do you think of the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale? I have to say, Rob, thank you for that comment. I have to say, the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is one of my favourites, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I first went to the supermarket, started buying beer, the Sierra Nevada was on the shelf. I wasn't really into American beers, and all of a sudden, the Pale Ale appeared on the shelves in Tesco's. I picked a few of them up, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a fantastic beer. And if you look back at my reviews, I did the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale with the Torpedo afterwards. And still, I thought, even though the Sierra Pale Ale wasn't as strong, I really thought it was better than the Torpedo. Because sometimes with these American beers, you tend to get a bit stickiness in the mouthfeel and it's not as really sessionable. I like a beer that's sessionable and you can drink loads of with your mates. So I really love it, Bob John. It's a lovely beer and I always drink it and it's fantastic. Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. I'm joking, lol, but seeing you read that was classic. It is classic, mate, isn't it? At the end of the day, with Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. You're right. Aaron Miller, Sierra Nevada is fucking class. Aaron Miller, you are right. It is fantastic. And a lot of people ignore it. But it's been out for a long time and you should enjoy it and relish it because it is a lovely beer. And the thing I love about that beer is I like the labels. I do like the labels. I love the Sierra Nevada labels. Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. Sierra Nevada on tap in and New York City was the tits. So you've been in New York City, have you, Ryan Bryson Payne with double barrel name? I would like to go to New York. Maybe one day we should meet in New York. Lost in Sleepless in Seattle. Let's call it Sleepless in New York. Me and you, Ryan Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. We'll meet in New York. Me, you, Aaron, come along if you want. Ryan Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. So yes, son, New York City was class. Great beers all over the place, mate. Yes, it is class. I've never been to New York City, but I would like to go one day. It's one of them cities within your life that you need to visit once. It's a bit like Sydney and a bit like, I don't know, Hawaii. Hawaii I like to go to. I always see myself in Hawaii with a grass skirt and that. Brilliant. Aaron, you have been to New York. Nice one, mate. Yeah. Brooklyn Brewery. I would suggest you go next time you go to New York. If you ever go to New York, I'm a big fan of Brooklyn Brewery. Do some class ales. Get over there, enjoy it. So, did anybody out there see the England show this week? Because I must have. Oh, Irish pubs and Guinness everywhere out there. I can make because in America, Irish, there's a lot of Irish kind of like culture in America. I remember when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. I remember the St. Patrick's Day when you go into New York, they have this big thing about St. Patrick's Day, the big march and everything. Yeah, I remember that, Aaron. Rob John, he says, Jonathan, what do you think is better, Lagunitas IPA or Snake Dog IPA? I've had both, I have to admit. My favourite, funny enough, I've just reviewed Lagunitas Maximus. I didn't think much of it. The Lagunitas IPA I really, really liked. I thought that's a cracker. The Snake Dog I did review. If I remember, I liked it as well. But because I remember more, I'll have to say to you, Rob, the Lagunitas IPA is the better beer. But I could be wrong because it was a long time since I've had them, so I could be wrong. So Aaron Miller says, I went with one a couple of years ago, got battered every night. State of the toilet after a night of Guinness was the only downside. I bet you've been laying tar in the toilet, tarmacking in the toilet with that, Aaron. You know, don't know how many Guinnesses you had. I'll take it you would have had a few, old son, but I'd imagine tarmac in the toilet is what it's all about after a few Guinnesses. So, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I can imagine, Aaron, it would have been a state. But at least you've had a good night, and that's what it's all about. Ryan Bison Payne with the bad double barrel name. He says it was carnage. Toilet looked like a war zone. I can imagine. Oh, he'd be pebble dashing that toilet bowl. Ryan Bison Payne with a double barrel name. He says 10%, 10 plus, and a load of whiskey every night. Oh, you boys have got some problems, haven't you? You really have. But I'll tell you what, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having a good old time and having a laugh. But yeah. Oh, it's like I say, you'll see one of the best places in the arena, but I like to go. Right. Richard Elliott. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you, mate. He says, love your Yorkshire Terrier review. Have you tried Eagle Brewery Waggle Dance? I'll tell you what, Richard, I've not tried the Waggle Dance. And I haven't tried, is it the Sticky Toffee pudding beer? I don't know why. I think it's one of them things which I've given a wide berth since going into the shop, and especially if the likes of the Tesco's or Morrison's change their craft beer range, you tend to overlook beers like Waggle Dance, and I have to give it a go. And I've noticed it's all gone Eagle Brewery way. It used to be Wells and Young, and I'd imagine it'll be something like a normal malty beer with kind of like the little drop of tasting of honey. Richard Elliott, I will give that a go. I will give that a go because the reason why I will give it a go because you, my friend, has just given me enlightenment to give it a go because it's one of them beers which I do overlook in the shop. So thank you for that comment, Richard. I will look out for it the next time I go in because I haven't tried it. So it's like everything, this is what I love doing this video kind of like live stream because to get the interaction of the people who watch you who don't necessarily kind of like comment on you, it's great. Ryan Bryson, he's dropped the pain. Ryan Bryson has dropped the pain, so he's no longer a double-barreled name. He says, Waggle Dance is tidy. Been a while since I've had it, but it was all right. Ryan Bryson, I will give it a go, mate. I will give it a go. And Rob John says, what is the minimum percent that is required for a drink for you? Ryan Bryson, Rob John. Rob John, thank you for that. I will drink. I've done reviews on non-alcoholic beers, and I have to do some more, to be honest, because I do change quite frequently. It doesn't matter what percentage it is, doesn't matter what strength it is. Any beer I will do, and any beer I will review. So there you go. Ryan Bryson is done without the pain. To be honest, Ryan, I prefer the pain as well. Done, yeah, you have. Aaron Miller, what do you think of the Watchford 10? Got a bottle coming tomorrow. Hopefully, can't wait. Aaron Miller, hang on there, mate. Aaron Miller, where is it? That one there, Aaron. Aaron, you're watching. Aaron, hope you are. This one. Now, I did do a review of this one, and I don't know if you've watched it, Aaron Miller, but this, for me, is the best Belgian quad out there. This, for me, is phenomenal. There's the backside. It's I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I'll just show you the backside. It's 11.3. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Aaron. And the thing is about this beer is that the more you age it, the more beautiful it will get. What I would suggest to you is to try one new as you get it tomorrow. Try it, but it will smooth itself out even if you age it for another 5 year even. Some people age these for years, decades even. It is a beautiful beer and it is wonderful. Tell me next week's live one, Aaron. Tell me, mate, what you think of it. I'll be interested. If you don't like it, be honest with yourself. Matt Barker, talking of the big US craft brews, I love Stone Brewery, but for me, Founders are just on another level. Their barrel-aged beers, especially they was one of the first to get beers on the map. Matt Barker, I am a big fan of Founders beers. Big fan. Just hang on, I'll just look in me old comment. The beach really kind of like brings it home to me is the old KBS. Now, this one, anybody still watching, I hope they are. This one for me is one of the finest beers I've ever reviewed because it was so very rare. You get a beer which comes out with a lot of hype and a lot of, people bring, when Founders bring out beer or anybody bring out beer, there's a bit of hype around it. And for me, it's very rare you get something that lives up to the hype what all these breweries come out with. And for me, that one not only lived up to hype, but it kind of like it went further for me. It really did. It went further, and that is for me. I highly recommend anybody out there, Aaron, Matt, anybody, Ryan, Bryson Payne with double barrel name, give it a go because it is absolutely wonderful. If you haven't had it, highly recommend it. Matt Barker says, I've had a few barrel aged beers and yet to have anything better than the KBS. I have to admit, Matt, it is a wonderful beer. It's fantastic. It was a pinnacle for me, especially on this channel. What I do for me, that there's never been a better barrel aged beer than that. Matt Barker says it set a standard for barrel aged beers. It did for me. I've had a lot of other barrel aged beers. They have all been nice. I'll be honest with you, they've all been nice. But for me, that KBS still is the best. I haven't reviewed the CBS. Hopefully, will next year or whenever it becomes available again. Pick up a ball. The only thing justification for me when I did the KBS, the only justification for me was the fact is it's about £9 a bottle. That's £9 a bottle, but it was worth it. It was well worth it because it just is the quality of the beer inside it just really up the ante, and it really was nice. Boys and girls, I have to say that the beer I do recommend is, if I'll pick it out, the best beer I've done on my channel, irrespective of them, because I'll tell you what, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. That is exceptional. This was exceptional as well. is that. That was the Noah Pecan Mud from Omni Polo, and I have to say, highly recommend that one. Highly recommend that. That is fantastic. That was beautiful. Warren Bryson says, "What is your favourite beer ever?" Well, I have to say there isn't. To be honest, there isn't a single beer which is I can say that is my favourite beer ever, and that is the honest truth, mate. But there's different beers of different styles, which you think. There's different beers with different styles who I think which would be great, and that is one of my favourite beers ever. That is one of my favourite beers ever, and that one from Omni Polo is one of my favourite. I mean, they're fantastic. Them three on a night in would be fantastic. So I haven't got really a favourite beer ever, Ryan, but thank you for that question. Aaron Miller says, "You ever thought about doing any merch?" I tell you what, I have thought about it a few times. T-shirts would be great, wouldn't they? Northern Southerner beer reviews on the front of it. My happy, lovely face on the front. But I'll tell you what, also Y fronts. I thought I'd be quite good having my bonds on the Y front, you know. Like you do, the old face on your Y front. Is that what you think, Aaron? I think that'd be cracking. Walking, or onesie with Northern Southerner beer reviews on it, and my face all over there and everywhere. I would love to do that. Bottle openers, Warren Bryson. I'll tell you what, I've thought about that because doing bottle openers, that might be an idea. No, but how much would you pay for bottle? You should do a T-shirt with a quote, "I'm going in." Rob John says you should do a T-shirt with a quote, "I'm going in." I'll tell you what, that'd be great. Or kind of like on the men's Y fronts, "I'm going in." I'm going in. Aaron Miller's tulip glasses, good idea, Aaron. Yeah, tulip glasses. I do like tulip glasses. Maybe I should do that kind of thing. It says Ryan Bryson says fiver. Fiver. I'm not too sure about fiver. That's what you pay, would you? Aaron Miller says, or a T-shirt with super smashing great. You see, the reason why I do that, Aaron, is because I was a big Jim Bowen fan and I love Bullseye. And the reason why I keep saying super smashing great is because of Jim Bowen, because he's a national treasure. And don't you forget it. Ryan Bryson says, Rob John is very fucking correct with that idea. Rob John, you should do a T-shirt. I'm going in. Yeah, you are fucking correct with that, my mate. Fiver for a bottle opener. I think that'll work. I don't know how much I'll get them in for. I need to make a profit here. I'm a businessman at the end of the day, so I'm going to have to try and make a profit. But I'll tell you what, yeah, Rob John has got a bloody good idea. I should do a T-shirt with a quote, "I'm going in." Warren Bryson Payne, who hasn't got the double barrel name. I'm still going to call you that, mate, next week, even when you're on. Warren Bryson Payne with double barrel name. Savile was a national treasure at one point. Yes, but I'm not Jimmy Savile, am I? Richard Elliott goes, got to be the Rob John T-shirt. I'll get one. How much would you pay, Richard? Tell us, mate. Matt Barker, do you do a little work for Thigston's, don't you? Yes, I do. Should you do a collab for your own beer? I'll tell you what, Matt, that would be absolutely phenomenal. But I'm the new boy at the moment. I'm just settling in at Thigston, so I'm not going to rock the boat as such. Maybe in a year's time if I'm still there. But I've always thought I'll use my experience at Thigston to maybe go on to another brewer. So I'm not at the moment kind of thing, but it would be great. And the thing I did ask there whether they would go down the craft beer route, which a lot of beer brewers done, like Black Sheep have done it. And a lot of breweries, traditional breweries, have gone down the craft beer route of doing, kind of tidy looking cans and everything. brightly coloured cans and that, but they haven't decided to do that. They've kind of like more or less tried to remain traditional, which is, you know, which is great, really. I think there's a lot of people following the trend of going down brightly coloured cans with really kind of like resi liquid, big IPAs and everything. Um, Matt Barker says, "What would you call your own beer, Jonathan? As in the beer I go to." There is certain beers which I would pick out of the supermarket without even thinking again. You know, a beer which I'll take home and just drink, watching the TV or whatever. And I have to say, it's St. Austell's Proper Job. I've always liked that beer, and I always will do because it's a cracking little IPA. So I'll say that's my go-to beer, Matt. Richard Elliott says £8 to £10 paid that for a cap from my local message in a bottle. 8 to 10 pound paid that for a cap from my local. Not too sure what you re-emphasize that, Richard. Aaron Miller says, "You ever tried any beers from Nelson Brewery?" No, I haven't, mate. Nelson Blood is great. I hope it is. I'll tell you what, Aaron, mate, if you want to do a beer parcel swap, I'll be up for it. So let us know what beers you send me, and I'll send you some Northern beers. Matt Barker says, "No, your own beer that you would sell. What would you call it?" My own beer, what I would sell if I did a Theakston's collab. The type of beer I would go for first off would be like a hoppy golden ale with maybe something like chamomile in it. No one done chamomile beer before, have they? Maybe a bit of chamomile in it. I think that would work really well. But sriracha is the main hop in it. I think that'd be fantastic. What would I call it though? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue, but it'd be great. Richard Elliott says, "A cap from my local beer shop." So you paid £8 to £10 for a cap from my local beer shop. That must be like a baseball cap, I take it. You know, like that type of thing. Yeah, I would do caps as a merch if I could. Anybody out there who knows a good T-shirt printer or good merch, I'm up for it. Let us know. Boys and girls, yeah, I'll tell you, boys and girls, Jonathan Brown, 2019, get in the house. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rob. That's fantastic. Matt Barker says, "Call it hello. Welcome to another beer review with your host, Jonathan Brown from Northern Summer Beer Reviews." Nice one, Matty. Nice one, mate. I'm still drinking your Cossack, by the way. Where is it? That one there. Still drinking that. I really like it. So thank you for that, mate. I really like it. Really like it. Maybe sort out once I've sent you my parcel. Maybe we should sort out in May 6 months. Maybe do another parcel thing. I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy getting local beers and send it to you, mate. So it'd be really good to do another one. I think anyway. You might think, fucking hell. Or when he's sending some crap, I'll send him some more. No, I didn't mean it like that. Honest. Just having a laugh. Right, I'm just going for a drink. Rightio. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, so three favourite beers of all time are them. Always keep the bottles of me three favourite beers, them two, and that one there. Highly recommend all three of them. They're expensive, but they're well worth it. Well worth it. Matt Barker says, Rob John says, "Can you do another Carling review, please?" I'll tell you what, Rob John, I've been thinking about doing the Carling cider. I think that may be definitely in the pipeline to do that because at the moment I've been a little bit boring. So I've been told I'm being a little bit boring because all I've done is kind of like steady, you know, steady craft beers going, steady craft beers and stuff like that, which I always enjoy. Let get me wrong, but it's nice to chuck in a little bit of crap all the way as well. Um, Matt Barker, sorry, mate. Cheers, mate. Please you enjoy the beers. I'm just having a cannonball and a Brewdog Quench Quake for the first time earlier. I weren't too keen on that Quench Quake, Matty. I wasn't. I thought it was a bit naff. But I do like the cannonball. Big fan of the cannonball. But Quench Quake, it didn't do much for me. Rob John says, what about woodpecker? That's a good call, Rob John. I tell you what, mate, I've never done woodpecker and I haven't had that for years. So maybe that might be a good one. Richard Elliott says, will you ever forgive the standard Carling? I don't think there's anybody out there will ever forgive the standard Carling. I don't think there's any other beer reviewer out there who would accept what Carling is all about. Because it's the dregs for me. It's the dregs for a lot of people out there, and there's a lot better beers out there. The only crime is that too many people are drinking it. Aaron Miller says, thoughts on Foster's? Well, Foster's, I did do a review of it, and I thought it was pretty shit, to be honest, and pretty crap. It's the usual shit you get from Australia, but it's not from Australia. It's brewed in Manchester, but it's pretty shit. And I wouldn't entertain anybody having that. Wouldn't entertain anybody having it because I think it was absolutely bollocks. Do not buy Foster's. It's fucking amber fucking nectar shite. So knock that on the head. Matt Barker, I know Carlsberg have a new recipe beer out. I might just try it out of curiosity. Matt Barker, you're man of my own heart. I'm thinking of reviewing the Pilsner. And we named it the Pilsner. I will try that. I'm not going to do the Special Brew because me and Special Brew have a special relationship. I'm used to Special Brew being at 9%, not 7.5%. So I'm not going to do that, but I will do the Pilsner. Because I got a bit of a soft spot for Carlsberg. No, fuck why. Dude, Ryan Bryson, without the double barrel name. Ryan Bryson, put that double barrel name on. You're not the same without it, mate. He says, what about Foster's Top? Nah, mate. Nah, you just don't do it, do you? It's just like taking a urine sample to the doctors of your own urine and getting your cat to piss on top of it. No. Sorry, not gonna do it, mate. Ryan Bryson without the double barrel name, but I think you need that double barrel name. Says that new Carlsberg is wank, mate. Leave it. Yes, it's wank, but maybe a review needs to be done. Put the world to rights about it. Tell everybody about it. Matt Barker says, yeah, that's the one that I mean, lol. Yeah, I will do it, mate. Aaron Miller. I bet it comes up saying Aaron Miller because you swore Aaron. I've got to click on something to show it. You naughty boy. Aaron Miller says, put the real name back, Ryan. You're still a posh cunt. Ryan, it doesn't matter. It's there. You've got a double barrel name. It doesn't matter if you take it off or add it on. For me, mate, you'll always be Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. So just stick it back on, mate, because it doesn't matter if you just put Ryan Bryson on. You'll always be Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. So stick it on. Stick it on, son. You know what to do. Matt Barker says, you would have been interested by the string Fosters that are found in the strong Fosters. Yes, I did see your pick, mate. I saw the strong 8%. I'll be well intrigued to give that a go. Next time you go to Asia, tell us, and I'll do a beer swap with you because I would love to try that. Love to try the strong Fosters. Just out of curiosity, 8% Fosters. What's all that about, Was it fermented with kangaroo piss or something? Ryan Bryson Payne. Yes, TD with the double barrel name. It's back. Happy? Yes, Ryan. Ryan, stay true to yourself. If you were born with a double barrel name, you keep that bugger for the rest of your life. Don't matter if anybody calls you a posh cunt. For me, if you got a double barrel name, you keep it because you are. You're a legend. You got a double barrel name. How many people out there have got a double barrel name? I bet you come from aristocracy. That's what it is. That's what it is. Wine. I bet you're a bit posh. I bet you come from a stately manor in the middle of Berkshire or something. Yes, Aaron Miller. Embrace it. Embrace it, Ryan. Aaron Miller. You know the score. You embrace it, son. Double barrel names. I bet you wish you had one, Aaron. Aaron, if you had a double barrel name, tell me what double barrel name you would have. I'd love to know. I really would. Yes, you got to, if you're born with double barrel name, keep it. It's what you're born with. It's what your parents wanted you to have. They really did, Unlike me, boring. Ryan Bryson Payne with a double barrel name, Aaron Miller, Helm Sucker. You don't have to stoop that low, surely, Ryan. If you've got a double barrel name and, oh, here we go. They're going to all kick off again. Here we go. It happens every Saturday night. And I have to play referee to you two. Every time. Says Aaron Miller says, you're big knob. Ryan Bryson with a double barrel name. Your mate Aaron, who's must be sitting next to you, opposite you on the table, called you a fucking big knob. Say no more. Matt Barker says, next time I go back to the Philippines, I will try and get hold of one for you, and I will also get the people's favourite drink called Red Horse. Yes, Matt Barker, Red Horse. I've seen Dean's beer reviews do Red Horse, and his view count for that has gone through the roof. So yes, I'll be well interested in that, Matt. I'll be well appreciated if we can sort something out, and I'll send you something. Promise, send you something, Matt. Ryan Bryson Payne, the double barrel name. Seen bigger knobs on 5-year-olds. Now, Ryan, you shouldn't have put that up, should you? Are you telling the world that you're being kind of peeping at, 5-year-olds? Gary Glitter style, maybe, or Jimmy Savile, whatever preference you have, Ryan, you shouldn't put that up. Sorry, mate. I'm just saying what you just put it. Don't blame me. Don't blame your mate, Aaron, who's sitting next to you opposite you. Don't blame him. Matt Barker says, Red Horse is dangerous stuff. Just say standard lager. It's easy drinking. It's 7%. Red Horse was that. That's not a San Miguel beer, is it? I'm not too sure on Red Horse. I've heard of it, but I've never really read up on it. Beardy Beer Review says, you, buddy. Hello, Beardy. What's it like being a daddy again? Hope you're okay, mate. Haven't seen your reviews up for a while, mate. So, yeah, hope you're okay. And congratulations for being a dad. Aaron Miller says he likes what he likes. He's a poppy little turbo. Aaron Miller. I think you're talking about Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. Aaron Miller says he likes what he likes. He's a proper little. He's a proper little. He's a proper turbo nonce. Yeah, he really is. Can anybody put up there? Who the hell put? I've seen bigger knobs on 5-year-olds, for fuck's sake. Miller says, hi, Beardy. San Miguel, yes, owned by them. Matt Barker says, San Miguel, yes, owned by them. And San Miguel's a Filipino beer company, not Spanish. I did not know that, Matt. Thank you for pointing that out for me. I know I thought San Miguel was pure Spanish, but we learn as we go along. Beardy Beer Reviews, good man. I'm slacking hard. I've got too many lined up when I get the chance. Cheers again. I only have, yeah, good old Beardy. I do like Beardy. I do like Beardy Beer Reviews. He's great. Maybe Beardy. We did mention about a parcel swap. I'll be up for that in a while, mate. Haven't been able to do it, but I would like to do a parcel swap with you at some time, fella. Rob John says, Jonathan, can you rate these shit beers as a top three? Foster's, Carlsberg, and Carling. I'll tell you what, I would go Carlsberg, Foster's, and the shittiest Carling. You've just got them two muddled up. Thanks for that message, Rob John. For me, I think Carling is the pits. It is absolutely fucking rank, and I don't care what people say about it. It is. It's nothing what adheres to beer drinking or adheres to anything, as far as I'm concerned. All it is chemicals in a can. And I think it'd be better used as some sort of paint stripper or something cleaning out your toilet. Yeah, Billy Beer Reviews replies, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. Matt Barker, are you looking forward to the new Star Wars, Jordan? I'll tell you what, I do like Star Wars. You might have noticed, Matt, you picked that up because I've had Star Wars t-shirts on. I like the original Star Wars. I'm not too keen on the newer stuff, but I have to say that, you know, yeah, always intrigued about the new Star Wars. Who isn't, to be honest? Who isn't? But you know, I'm Billy Beer with his own, mate. Get your ass to Lidl. They have Fax Premium in 1 litre cans. I've reviewed it and they're stronger at 10%, but you get your ass down there and review it. I will do, mate. Thanks for that little tip. One Bison Pain with double barrel name says, back on the Duvel Citra triple hop. Well done, Ryan. Well done. Strength. Big time. Beardy Beer Reviews says, Carling is my guilty pleasure. Never. I can't imagine you being that way inclined, Beardy, mate. Couldn't, mate. Aaron Miller says, beers. Lower had Galahad export, really nice for cheap shit beer. I haven't, Aaron. Good idea. That's another thing I need to do. Get down to Aldi, get some cheap beers in. Well, John, do you think Fruit Bomb beers are the next big thing for beer marketeers? Yes, most probably, because they're going through everything else at the moment. I think Fruit Bomb beers will most probably be the next thing for the next generation or the next marketing appeal. Billy Beer Review says, guilty. Matt Barker says, the last one was total crap. I hope this year's is a big improvement. I'm not too sure what you're going on about, Matt. Please forgive me because I'm getting lots of comments up. Richard Elliott says, what do you think of non-alcoholic beers like Beck's Blue? I haven't reviewed Beck's Blue, Richard, but now I'm going to put it on the list. Put it on the list because I think that is the main, get some more non-alcohol beers in. I think I might do a non-alcohol beer night on a Friday. That's a good idea. Beardy Beer Review says, yeah, mate, definitely. I love it when I watch the football. Bournemouth, I take it. Being in Bournemouth, mate, you're cherry. You're cherry. You're cherry. You're nothing else. Beardy, cheap, cold, and refreshing. Beardy, our Juice Bomb beers are already the hype. Look at Verdant and Daya leading the Juice Bombs. Yes, Juice Bombs are big boom, but they're enjoyable. Enjoyable as long as I keep the character of the beer, as long as it feels like a beer when you taste it. You don't want a juice bomb which just tastes like breakfast juice, do you, at the end of the day? Rob John says, do you think craft beer places are wiping out standard pubs? No, I don't think they do. I think craft beer places can still go with standard pubs because the difference between the craft beer places and standard pubs is the price at the end of the day. Craft beer tends to be a lot more dear and a lot more expensive than the standard pub. So I'm always think there's room for both. It's just got enjoying both because at the end of the day, you get standard beers and nostalgic beers in standard pubs. You're not going to get that in kind of craft beer bars. You're not going to get London Pride, are you? At the end of the day, Beardy Beer Reviews Spurs. And we're going to get in the top. We've got to get to football now. what is well? I'm gonna mention. Matt Barker says Spurs big. I'm not gonna go on about Spurs. Um, Matt Barker says on the Northern Monk Neapolitan ice cream beer now. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. If I remember when I had it, it was kind of like yeah, you had kind of like taste notes of Neapolitan ice cream. I have to say, I really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it too. Rob John says so. Rob John says, but why are so many people drinking shit like Carling? Well, that is a good question, Rob, because I think there's a lot of people out there wondering why people do that anyway. Could be the fact is that they don't know any different. Could be the fact is that because it's cheap and they know what they're going to get, they're creatures of habit. Or it could be the fact of the matter is that they don't know any different. They don't know any different, and this is what it's all about. It's governed by price. Some people's minds and exceptions kind of like expectations, I say, are governed by price, what you pay for a pint of beer or a can of beer. And you can't expect people, now, some people might think buying, paying £6, £7 for one can of beer is exceptional. I don't know. I really don't know. Some people just want to get pissed. Well, try to get pissed on it and start a fight. I haven't got a clue. Um, Beardy Beavers, craft beer places are saving pubs. My local has this cast, but on a micro scan also has 4 keg lines for that craft beer fix, plus a crowler machine for takeouts. Yes, they can both exist, both styles of pubs, definitely. Aaron Miller, and show it. Come on. Aaron Miller says Carling is shy. Very observant, Aaron. But have you ever had a Carling and lime? No, I fucking haven't. I'd rather drink my own urine than have that, to be honest. One can of Carling's enough, but with a lime in, who's a ponce who has that? Let us know who's a ponce who would have something Carling with lime. Richard Elliott says the craft beer places offer different atmospheres to the standard pub. You're right, Richard. You're right, Richard. The only thing that I'm not too keen on is the price. What adds, which is the difference between the two, to be honest. So let's go on to Rob John, see what he says. Rob John. Oh, Jonathan, do you like drinking cocktails? I do actually. I do, especially the grasshopper. I'm gonna have a few of them. Get pissed up on it. Yeah, I do, mate. Matt Barker, I think the mainstream big beer companies are getting worried about the craft beer industry now. They look at the next biggest craft and buy them out. Yes, you're right there to a degree, but I think a lot of the mainstream or even the bigger breweries are trying to knock into the craft beer bandwagon by producing cans of colourful labels with a pretty shitty beer inside. So it's all over at the moment, mate. It's kind of like everywhere. BD Beer Review says craft beer bars are more friendly, and I've never seen a fighting one. I've seen people hug it out, including me when it was New Year's Eve last year. You got a good point there, Beardy, but you can get trouble anywhere. So surely you can get trouble in your normal pub, as in a craft beer bar or anything. It doesn't matter where you go. If it's trouble there, it's going to happen, in it. But yeah, you're right. I've never seen trouble in a craft beer bar, to be honest. Um, the trouble I've seen over the years has always been in pubs or working men's clubs. To be honest, that's the only the trouble I've seen. To be honest, but yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, Beardy. Um, I've never seen trouble in craft beer bars. Maybe it's the it's the putting people off from going in, trying them out, but who knows? Who knows? But no, I've never seen trouble. So you're right there, mate. Never seen trouble ever, ever, ever at all. So I just got to drink this Imperial Stout. Trying to really, really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying this live one tonight. Anybody out there who's enjoying it, give us a thumbs up, because I'll tell you what, it's been cracking so far. I'm usually on for an hour, but I tell you what, I've got a feeling it's going on a little bit further tonight. to be honest, because there's quite a few people watching this. So, Beardy Beer Reviews. I'll just show this one. It always comes up kind of like Beardy Beer Reviews. I've seen people get shitty when they're being refused more alcohol, but once they're sober up, they come back the next day. Oh, I just opened a can of Dark Mild Bath. How long's have I had it? Dark Mild Bath Waits, mate. I haven't had that for ages. I haven't had their nutty black either. Warren Boston Payne with a double barrel name, giving me the thumbs up. Good man. Aaron Miller's giving me the thumbs up. Good man. Your stars. The pair of you. Remember that. Matt Barker says, I think people are starting to see there's big money to be made in craft beer. A local bottle shop is upset because a regular customer is opening up a new place with 20 taps next week. That's the thing with craft beer. That's the thing with all these new hyped up generation of beers or whatever you want to call it. It's when someone sees an opportunity to make $1, they would grasp it. And of course, craft beer at the moment is gone boom, gone through the roof. It's it's in supermarkets as well as bottle shops. It's gone everywhere. So it's really gone through the roof. So any opportunities people get to make money out of it, they certainly will. And there's nothing you can stop them from doing it. As a consumer, like me or any of you lot out there, you have to pick out the best places to buy it and drink it. And that's the best thing. At the end of the day, if you go back 2 years, it was really only Brewdog, but now it's just gone boom. BD Beer Reviews, the memories with this beer. I think he's talking about Dark Mild Bath Waste. The memories with this beer, mostly heavy metal gigs and hurt necks. Yes, I've been there, I've done it. Tigers of Pantang in Eastbourne, Saxon and Hastings Pier. I've been there and done it, mate. Aaron Miller says, I'll get a care package sorted for you. Hopefully you love it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'd swap a beer package if you want, mate. Let us know on Messenger or whatever. We'll sort something out. Richard Elliott, I use the same beer shop as Matt Baker. The local beer shop has a loyal base. The atmosphere is utterly unique. Yes, that is what I like. That's what I like, going to a shop and just taking your time in the shop, having knowledgeable staff who can like direct you around the shop, and you can like just take your time, just picking up cans and whatever, and really enjoying it. That's what I love about bottle shops. It's something you'll never get in the supermarket. Rob John says, Jonathan, have you tried Chang Thai beer? I have, Rob, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought it weren't bad at all. I thought it was cracking. I enjoyed it. It's one of them beers you would have with a hot, spicy meal, and it felt like it, and it was lovely. Matt Barker says, 4 years ago, and they were the first in that area, and since then we have a brewery and a new 20-barrel tap room. At the end of the day, it's about where money is to be made. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. And that's what it's all about. It's all about making money. And, if anyone's said, you can have a shit sandwich or a turd bun for £2, people would jump on the bandwagon and sell you it, wouldn't they? At the end of the day. Beardy Beer says, oh, mate, yes, Saxon, Hastings Pier, Mohead, Hastings White Rock Theatre. Been there, mate. BD Beer Visits, mate. Tokyo Blade and Electric Wizard are local heroes. I've heard of Tokyo Blade. New wave of British heavy metal, weren't they? Tokyo Blade weren't too. Electric Wizard. I'm not too. Is that anything to do with Roy Wizard? I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure. My music preference is more leaning towards more progressive stuff like Rush, so I can't really tell you about that. But yes, Saxon made gig at the end of Hastings Pier. I must admit, it was Electric Wizard, Stoner. Yeah. Beardy Beer Reviews. I'll tell you what band I'm in at the moment is Ghost. I love Ghost. I think they're fantastic. So if you haven't heard Ghost, I'm sure you will. I love them. Um, Dumel. Bat Barker says, I agree a lot of places just tell me on about overcharging, etc. Yes, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's what was it, an exclusive um thing. It's turned into a mainstream thing. And it's a future of beer drinking, I suppose. But you know, Beardy Beer Review says I find them very poppy. Yes, I did at first, but I can see the sense of humour in Ghost. Beardy, I like them. I always like. They're original for me. They're kind of like I dismissed them at the beginning, but I do like them. Um, Matt Barker says I've noticed in craft beer places you can have some great chats with random people, which you wouldn't do anywhere else. Yes, because what takes precedent in a craft beer environment is the beer. It's nothing to do with the football or what colour you are, what race you are, or any gender you are. It's to do with the beer because you're in there all together drinking the same type of beer. You know what I mean? So it's all to do with the beer itself. People go to craft beer bars for the beer and nothing else whatsoever. So, Matt, you're right there. Rob John says, what's a good food to eat when drinking craft beer? Drinking craft beer, I mean, depending on what type of beer it is, depending on what's in the beer, depending on what hops are in this, you know, if you go into a supermarket and you see loads of different beers and that, and you see different, hops in them, they give you different food pairings and stuff like that. It's kind of like you tend to go with what they say. Beardy Boo says, Percy at the moment, I'll switch on to some Napalm Death, perfectly lullaby for my daughter. Pizza with craft beer. There you go, Rob. Pizza with craft beer. That's Beardy says. Aaron Miller says, best place down my way is a smaller ale pub. Such a good atmosphere, never any trouble. £3 a pint as well. Aaron, you're dead on. As always, mate, you're dead on with your comments. Yes, you're right. £3 and decent atmosphere. That's all you want from a craft beer pub, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know? Yeah. And Beardy Beer says, burgers as well. Burgers and craft beer. Who can go wrong with a burger and craft beer? Beardy, you're right. Power. Power, Rob John. I'm going to crack this open in a minute. Old nectar. Richard Elliott says, I was in my local craft beer place the other week, ended up in a deep multi-table talk about mortgages. The beer made it made sense. Yeah, it most probably did. I should do that in building societies. Kind of like have a mortgage, desk with a car, some taps or something. You're right there, Richard. It could well work better. Matt Barker says, I agree with something you told me. As great as craft beer is a great kind of seems of everything lost and forgotten about. I think we all need to support them. Absolutely. Wine Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. OMG. Wine Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. Just had a nectar left. Well, I'm going to have one too, mate. We could have done an online comparison, me and you, and a double barrel name. Let's show us everything comes up with swearing in. I've got Aaron. You're the main cause of this, mate. Aaron says, "Left blonde, you dirty bitch." Left blonde. More. I like left blonde. I have one Boston Bane with double barrel name. I do drink cider, Beardy, but I haven't had much lately, and I need to address that. So, good point of reminding me to do that. Aaron Miller says, "Class beer." Class beer indeed, Aaron. Left, whatever you want to call it. I enjoy it. Which merch plug, or just for the sake of it, would you do a craft beer pub tour? Now, that is a fantastic idea, Richard. A craft beer pub tour. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind doing. Matt Bark, if you're watching, maybe we should do one at Docks. There's a thing for you. Aaron Miller, inexactly. Aaron Miller says, shove the bottle straight up the shitter after as well. I think it might work. What end of the bottle, Aaron? Do you want the butt end? The butt end? Call that alert, wouldn't it? A bit KY for that. Or that end. Let us know. Rob Dawn says, do you think craft beer is more aimed at men, just like cocktails for women? I don't think it is really aimed at men now. I think it's more to do with uh, lifestyle more than any gender. To be honest, that's what I think. Beardy Beers, I might be working for my local cidery in October. Ooh, ooh, good on you, Beardy, mate. Working for your cidery. Be some blurry days for you, no doubt, mate. Teacup says hi. Hello, Teacup, mate. Thank you for joining us. Thank you indeed. Amarilla says craft beer pub crawl. Yes, I'm on. I like to do that. I like to go out on a beer with you and wine one day. Let us know if you're living down south. I think you are living down south. Let us know because I'm going down south soon. I do vlogs of beer festivals and openings, mate. That's what the beer review said to Richard. Stephen says hi, Curly. I haven't got curly hair, but hi, Stephen L. Beardy beer review said openings. One Bryson Payne double barrel name. Slightly annoyed. Left don't have forks anymore. Caps just aren't the same. Forks. Well, I've got a cage on mine. Stephen L says I'm pretty. I really am I? So sorry, Stephen, I'll turn you on, but there you go. Teacup says, can you wish my cousin Nick happy birthday? You'll make his day. Nick Gurr. Nick Gurr. Nick Gurr. If you're watching, mate, I would like to raise a glass to you and say, Nick Gurr, a very, very happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday, Nick. Cheers, everybody. Raise a toast to Nick. Cheers. One Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. Corks, not forks, for fuck's sake. I've got a cork on mine. One Bryson. Beardy Beer says, yeah, the cider they produce 6.5% and 7.5%. Owen Miller says, we're down south, mate. Let me know when you're down and when you're going, and we'll be there. I tell you what, I love that. Up me, you, and Ryan with the double barrel name on the beer. Bring it on. Rob John, are you going to visit York for a special episode? I'll tell you what, I'll visit York, Rob, a few times. I visit York quite often, to be honest, about once every 2 months. So I fancy doing something in York because for me, York is one of the great places in the UK. It really is. And I love the place. I really do. Matt Barker says, have you noticed even bands and celebs done? Yes, with their own beers. Yes. And I do tend to steer clear from beers with band names on. I'll be honest with you, I tend to go with the older brands which have been at the beginning, like Iron Maiden, Trooper. That's been a very successful thing for Robinsons with the Trooper range, and you know, and stuff like that. Then you see the Mohead one, Road Crew was a good one. It was a good beer that. So yeah, some people just jumping on the bandwagon and make a bit quick buck, aren't they? Wine buying with no, it's not. Better not be a cap. I better not. You good point there, Wine. Stephen L says, "Am I single?" I tell you what, Stephen, you're gay, ain't you? You're a fudge packer, but no, I'm not single. Um, no, it's got a bloody cap on. Wine, you're right. You're right. You're right. It's got a bloody cap on. Biddy Boos, how far are you away from Bury St Edmunds? I'm a bit away, mate, from Bury. I did go to Bury St Edmunds a while back. Richard Elliott says, York 2 fucking right is a special place. Richard Elliott, yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Biddy B says, let me. Right. Matt Barker says, if I can bring it up. Come on, Matty. Matt Barker says that new trooper has been a bastard to get hold of. Yeah, it is. I've had trouble getting it myself. I'm gonna look this week for that beer. So thank you for that, mate. I'm gonna try and get hold of it. Rob John says, "What drinks do you think Chavs drink?" years ago, he used to be Hoffmeister. Carling. Carling is the beer what Chavs drink, and nothing else. Stephen L says, "I'm asking for a friend." That's great, Stephen. Is it female? Hopefully. The message is held with Ryan Bryson with a double barrel name. It's a cap. You know what, Ryan? Fair dues, dude. It's a cap. It is. It is. I thought it was a. You know what? I thought it was a fucking cork. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Stephen L. Am I single? No, I'm not. I'm married. I'm married. Been married a very, very long time. So there you go. Just get down here. Something's gone a bit funny at the moment. Oh, so it says it's a cat. Fucking you. I like what you're doing with your hair. Teacup says, I like what you're doing with my hair. Teacup. What do you think I'm doing with my hair? I'm not fucking putting it in the blue rinse, am I? I haven't body it hasn't got any hair because I've got hair everywhere else. You know what I mean? I've got back like a gorilla. Reviews. New Trooper the Saki version. Yes, I've been looking for that everywhere. I've looked on the actual Iron Maiden website to find who stocks it and supplies it, and not up here at the moment. And Rob John says, Carling left you scarred, didn't it? It did, because I didn't imagine how many people would drink shit like that. It's awful. Rob John says, what age did you lose your hair? Well, I used to have really long hair. I used to have it down here back in the 80s. Curly hair. I used to want to be like David Coverdale, but Stephen L says, I like hairy men. Stephen L. Say no more. Matt Barker said, I notice guys who think they are something special think they are drinking something amazing because they are paying a fiver for Peroni. We have a manager at work that thinks it bigs up. I met somebody like that at barbecue once, man. Thinking Peroni is the main thing, but Peroni, believe you me, is the biggest load of Italian shite that's ever come over these borders. So no. Teacup says, what shampoo do you use? Well, I have to say, Teacup, I know you can see. I have to say, it looks heads and shoulders for me. Beardy beer reviews. I've just recently found Black and Red. Yes, I had that a while back. Yeah, definitely. Aaron Miller says Stephen L is a proper batty, isn't he? Oh, he's a proper fudge packer. So, Stephen, do your fudge packing somewhere else, old son. Do it somewhere else. This isn't a place to do it. This channel's full of too much testosterone for you to handle. Straight testosterone. So, Mr. Teacup says, my pee is red. Well, have you eaten too much beetroot, Mr. Teacup? That's a problem. Have you eaten too much beetroot? Let us know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know if you read. Rob, let's go Beardy beer reviews. I love it. Might do some shit tonight. Yes, Beardy, you do it, mate, because you're a cracking mate. You're a cracking bloke. Rob John says, Jonathan, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? I'll tell you what. I'm not going to go into it too much, Rob. Thank you for the comment. I started doing it because I just love beer. And I remember watching Terry Kay, Beer Goggles, the legend, and I inspire me to do it. I just love watching him and I love doing them. And finding a little bit, you've got to be a little bit entertaining as well as you do it, if you know what I mean. So thank you for that, Rob. Yeah. Big Goggles. Check him out. Matt Barker says fiver for Peroni is a joke. It's a total shit piss water beer, but it's seen as like fashion. Imagine what a fiver would you get you for a craft beer. In fact, you know, let's face it, um, Matt Barker, that'd get you a fiver. That'd get you a fiver. It really would. There you go. Richard Elliott, teacup, what the fuck? I haven't got a clue, but if people want to watch me and what's the colour of my hair, you're welcome. You really are. Stephen Hell says hot. Well, you know, I'd rather be hot than cold. You know, shrivel up. Emma Miller says, get that left open, John. Yes, you're right, Aaron. I've mucked about too much. Let's get it open. What you do? Yeah, I don't know what it says on. I mean, it's just a plain. I tell you what, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that's just a crown. So let's whack this open. Let's get it in. Well, got me left in. Like you do. So let's go back to the comments. See who's got something. Teacup says, no, I've just been eating too much Sneakos. Nice one, Teacup. BD Beavers might see if I can squeeze in a dark mod and black and red reviews. You do it. You do it, Beardy, mate. You do it, son. BD Beavers, Terry A. And sniffing black tar, says Teacup. You keep sniffing that black tar, mate. Terry K was entertaining plus honest with his reviews. He was Beardy. He really was. Shame he doesn't do it anymore, but I can completely understand why he doesn't do it because he most probably thinks they're ripping him off. Beardy beer reviews, that's why I liked him. And plus you, mate, very honest too. I like to be honest, and honest is the key at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, enjoy what you do, enjoy what you bring to the table, enjoy your beers and just enjoy doing it. The whole experience of beer reviewing is the main thing. Matt Barker says, some people like a hot chocolate before bed. I think a nice imperial stout is great before bed. It'll knock you out for sure, matey. It would. It will definitely knock you out for sure. So that's what we get. Ryan Bryson Payne, watching that left paw was making my balls tingle. I'm sure it would. I'm sure it make everybody's balls tingle. That Teacup, I can feel my body. Well, if your head's on your body, you most probably could feel it. Stephen L says, your shirt really brings out the colour of your eyes. You gay cunt. There's some gay cunts out there. Yes, it most probably does. So thank you for no. How many in my shirt? I've got brown eyes. I've got a blue shirt. How the fucking hell is that supposed to work? Go back to your drawing board. Richard Ellis says, I know someone who's proud to drink Stella. Can you recommend a non-terminal cure? A non-terminal cure to Stella. I would drink Kronenberg over Stella, if that makes sense. BD Beaveries, I'm so glad I recommend Vibrant Forest to keep an eye. Yes, Vibrant Forest and yes, the Abyss beer, the Umbral and Abyss. I've seen that available, Beardy, and I will get hold of a can of it to review because I've seen it up everywhere. I need to go to Hop Knocker in Durham to pick one up, but I will. Definitely will. Definitely will. So, at the moment, I can see people still watching me. I've got 3 thumbs up, which is fantastic. And I've got to admit it doesn't matter what you comment on. Thanks for watching me. You all are. So let's work with. Oh, here we go. Teacup, you nasty boy, you or girl. It doesn't a name like Teacup. It doesn't give you a kind of emphasis of being female or male. But there you go. I drink fat black chicks piss. I'm not going to get into that. Stephen L. Somebody call the cops because it's got to be illegal to look that good. I tell you what, I am good looking, and I, mate. I really am. I really am. Really am. That's what beer does to you. Beardy beer reviews. I've got a year-old bottle ready for Christmas this year. Nice one, mate. Rob John says, do you think Heineken is up there with Stella? I think Heineken is a very sweet beer. Do anything for me. I'll be honest, it's like cardboard. So they're a bit of the same for me. They're kind of like the same type of beer for me. So I can't really comment on that, to be honest. I don't like them both. Owen Miller goes to Stephen. Do you like Willie? He most probably does because he's a fudge packer. Matt Parker says, fantastic evening, Jonathan. Far better than anything on TV. What a blast. Got nothing but respect for you. I'll tell you what, everybody out there who's watching me, I love doing this now. I can't envisage me not doing it on a Saturday night unless I'm on holiday, because I usually do beer reviews when I'm on holiday, and I absolutely love talking to the people who watch me because it's the time where you can really interact with people and have a laugh, and that's what it's all about, just having a laugh together, because we all love beer and we all love, some people out there review beer, some people like drinking the beer, drinking the stuff. We all love it. And at the end of the day, it's great. It's like a little mini social club online, and long may it continue. So as far as I'm concerned, I will keep doing this on a Saturday night until I don't get any viewers. So One Bison Pain with double barrel name. I think maybe he'd be fond of the way a Corey feels in his gob. I think you're talking about Stephen, aren't you? I'm not going to go into that. Beardy Beavers, Beaverton. So sad that they got their claws in it. Yes, I've heard about that. One Bison Pain with double barrel name. Never stop. Do it on holiday as well. Legend. Thank you, Ryan. I will keep doing this wherever I can. I will go live once a week. Promise you, boys, I'll be drinking with you wherever you are, because I reckon you boys are in a pub at the moment. You'll be out on the town or Raz tonight. You've got to have a good time. Teacup, here we go. I love the old dodgy comments. He says, fuck, I think I'll just... You're talking out of your arse, Teacup, but you know what to do, don't you? Don't let me tell you. I don't know what you're going to do about it. Stephen L says, I huff spray paint to deal with my nicotine addiction. Yeah. Aaron Miller says, get down south, John. Me and Ryan will get you fucked up. You boys, you and Ryan will never do it. You'll never get me fucked up. I'll be drinking you under the table. So there you go. We'll be getting the Impy Stouts. We'll be getting the strong double IPAs. We'll be getting it on. Beardy Beavers. So when I went to Malaga last year and you recommended that bar, I didn't go, but we found a craft beer bottle shop in Fuentura. They were closed. I was gutted. Yes. I haven't been to. I only went to Fuengirola. That's the name of the place. Cat wants to get in. Hang on. I went to Fuengirola when I was over there, but I didn't. I didn't see a craft beer bar there. To be honest, I can't remember. To be honest, where it was. So yeah, Benny's the craft beer bar was the best place. Tika, I think I just got we know. Much stuff for you, John. You're not going gay, are you? Double barrel name. It says Richard there, you're right, it's like an e-craft beer place. One Boston Pain says that Charlie will be flowing as well. Get the Chazzo out, wine. You know the score. Stephen L says, how much can you bench? I haven't got a clue, Stephen. I haven't been to the gym in my life. Sorry, I can't spell that name. I had it in my head and it's near the cop shop. I can't remember. Fuengirola. That's the name of the place near Benabedina. I can't remember. Bob John says, do I like Elvis juice, Rob. I do like Elvis juice. Um, yes, it's great. It's a cracking beer. It's lovely grapefruit IPA, if I remember rightly. It's because it's been a while, but I went over to the lakes a few weeks back and I had it in a can. It was lovely. Because I went to a youth hostel near Ambleside in the Lake District, and I did it in cans there. And it was, yeah, it's a cracking beer. Do like it. Big fan of it. Teacup says, I just set some girl from Japan used me as a toilet for £5. Total steal. No, Biddy Boos, yeah, that's the one. It's the last station the other way from Malaga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember Beardy, but I can't remember the name of that shop you're going on about. Matt Barker says, having Brewdog Clockwork Tangerine now, I think it's a nice, easy drinking sessionable beer. It is, Matt. It is. Clockwork Tangerine, if I remember rightly, was okay. It's a bit like this actually. To be honest, it's easy drinking. For me, this is just left blonde with a little bit of sweetener in it. It's okay, you know. It's something. Mm. Honey works in beers. Honey works in beers. It adds that extra sweetness to them. I love it. So let's go to Rob John. He says, "How do I stop my dad drinking car? I must be Ling." Well, first of all, you need to get it all out of the house. Just get rid of all the Carly out of the house and replace it with something else. That's the best thing for you to do there. And don't give him any alternative or any excuse to go out and get a Carly, and just put some decent beer in. Stephen L says, I'm bored. Very observant, Stephen. Well done. Nice to know this stream is working. It's working for you and it's working for me. So there you go. Yeah, it's nothing amazing, but a nice, easy drinking session beer, says Matt Barker. Yeah, it is. It's just an easy going beer you can settle with and enjoy and whatever. I like it. It's okay. It's very safe. So you can't go wrong with it, to be honest. Got to be a win now. Beardy Beer Review says, I had to use Google Maps and my missus and I fell out and she refused to walk with me. I did manage to get a beer in a bar near the station, was Paulana Weiss. Big fan of Paulana. Munich Gold is my favourite. You get that at Marks and Spencer. It's a cracking beer, that. Richard Elliott says, have you tried Sharp's Atlantic? I did. I reviewed it a good couple of years ago and really enjoyed it. That one and the Wolf Rock, if I remember rightly, they were cracking beers. So yeah, I did, mate, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of them beers which you get everywhere. I don't know. I don't see many Sharp's beers about at the moment. I don't know if it's where I am or whatever, but I always like Sharp's. Nice brewery. Nice brewery. Doom Bar. Yeah, Teacup. You look like Gustavo from Big Time Rush. Search him up. Thank you very much. I will. I'll take that as a compliment, Mr. Teacup, because I don't know who the hell you're talking about. But I will give that, take it as a compliment. So thank you very much. Matt Barker says, the seal's broken. Actually, Matt, while you're here, I had one of the beers you sent me. Here's a can. It was the milk stout from Doc's. I don't think it survived. I'm going to review it, but when I picked the can up, I squeezed it, and it's kind of half full for some reason. But I will review it. So don't worry about it. Beardy Beer is my favourite German beers at Augustina House. Beardy Beers. Beardy Beers. Are you talking about that one, Beardy? Beardy, are you talking about that one? I love it. This is fucking brilliant. Great, great lager. Is that the one? Because I absolutely adored it. Absolutely adored that one. Let us know. Yes, it's brilliant. Matt Barker says Doom Bar is like the new John Smith. Yeah, I suppose it is in a way, but it's drinkable stuff. Alan Wheeler says Doom Bar is pretty nice. It's okay, it's a steady middle of the road beer. It's not going to be nasty. It's just one of them forgettable ones. But yeah. Matt Parker says, just showing his review. He says, Matt Barker says, shit, I'm very sorry about that. It's parcel force. Don't worry about it, Matt. Don't worry about it at all, mate. Honest, it's just one of them things. So I opened the box up and the can itself, I felt it when I'd taken it out, and it lost its, when you get the pressure of the can, it's lost it. I could squeeze it, but don't worry about it. Please, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, mate. Beardy, one of my local pubs as in Poole has that on keg. Amazing, amazing. It's an amazing lager. I have to say, it's an amazing lager. Aaron Wheeler says London Pride. Now, London Pride, Aaron, I quite liked. I like it in the bottle. I like it in the can. When you go to the pub and have it on cask, it's absolutely shite. So that's why I think of London Pride. Richard Elliott says Morrison's have a lot of Sharps and Eagle Brewery, including Waggle Dance, in for £4 for £6. Can't really go wrong. And about 150 a beer. How about Doombar? I have reviewed Doombar. 150 a bottle. Yeah, so that's about right for Doombar, to be honest. I think Doombar is worth £1.50 a pint. A beer from a supermarket. I don't think you can go really wrong with it. I think it's an okay beer. It's drinkable stuff and it's fair play. It's pretty good. Teacup, here we go. Just show what he's going to come out with. Beardy Beer Review says I yet to go down as it's a bit out of the way from Poole. It's quite a big place, Bournemouth, if I remember. Poole's a bit of a way towards Sandy, where Harry Redknapp is. I can't remember the name of the place. Teacup says I drove my car to Bridge and Script. Nah, I don't want to know about that. Matt Barker says, to be fair, people laugh at John Smith's, but when I was younger, late teens, early 20s, I drank Stella and John Smith's. Got me off the lager. I kind of find John Smith's a gateway beer. Yeah, it is. It is, in a way. Yeah, it turns it because it's kind of like a type of beer which isn't really different in taste or strong in taste. It's kind of like it gives you like impressions of what the alternative is to lager, I suppose. It's kind of like a steady middle way thing in. Richard Elliott says Doombar was my favourite Carling Beck reform beer. Yeah, I mean Doombar is the same as John Smith's. What Matt says, it's kind of like a beer which isn't really strong in taste notes. It's got like a sessionable quality about it, which doesn't scale off the lager drinker, which is a kind of a bridge between proper beer and lager, if you know what I mean. BD Beer Reviews. Doombar has changed a lot in the last 11 years. It was one of the first cask beers, and I miss the little apple skin back taste now. I remember that. BD Beer Reviews, Sandbanks. Yes, that's where Harry Redknapp lives. Rick Stein, too. He still lives in Sandbanks, does he? I didn't know Rick Stein still lived there. BD Beer Review says Boddington's and Tropical Juice was my drink of choice when I was 15, not 2020 then. Matt Barker, because John Smith's, when you go to your average pub bar, same old selection, John Smith's is the only option of the lager. Yes, yeah, again, when you go, say you went to a family do and it's in the local cricket club or bowling club, That's what you get. Yeah, Foster's, John Smith's, Guinness, and that's it. Nothing else. You hit the nail on the head with that comment. Teacup said, "You ever had Bud Light?" I've never had Bud Light. Never had it. I should try it and review it. I've never got round to it. It's just like an endless list of beers to try at the moment. So no, I haven't. Terry's quick beer reviews. Hello, Terry, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Hello, Jonathan. Just got in, mate. Sorry I missed the start. Well, never mind, mate. It's always next week. And yeah, it's been quite a good, productive conversation we've been having online with an endless amount of people at the moment. BD Beer Review says, "No, why buy alcohol when my mate's dad used to get Boddingtons in bulk and he never knew we stole them?" Never knew we stole them. Where did he steal them from, Beardy? That's naughty stuff. Yes, Terry, you missed a treat. Actually, tonight's stream has been brilliant. All you guys, Aaron, Ryan, Beardy, Matt, mate, Richard, you've all been cracking tonight. We've had a really good stream tonight, I must admit. Teacup as well. Get in. And yeah, it's been great. I'm going to hang around for another half hour, actually, to be honest, because I might as well. Let's take this up to about 8 o'clock. So they're getting longer every week, at the end of the day. And I think everybody is having a good laugh with this. I'm certainly having a good laugh. I'm certainly having a good laugh with all you boys out there because it's been absolutely brilliant at the moment. We've been talking a lot, Terry. Terry just joined us. I'm going to go over a little bit of what we've been going. I've reviewed this one from Matt. Really, really enjoyed it. What's the review next week? This one, I really enjoyed that one. That is great. We've also reviewed this one, which I really enjoyed. So thanks again, Matt. Thanks again. I've mentioned this one, but I haven't reviewed it. I've also drinking at the moment that one. And on top of that, we've been talking about Amanda Holden. Yes, Amanda Holden, the big slut from TV. And you can't go wrong with that, can you? The one who shagged her way to the top by Les Dennis, like you do. So we've had a good night so far tonight. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes. Anybody who wants me to hang around for a few more minutes, give us a thumbs up because you're fucking cracking people, to be honest. So let's have a drink. Yes, Terry, she gets on my nerves. She gets on everybody's nerves because she's so perfect. She thinks she can spot talent a mile off. She thinks she can do anything she wants. Yes, Ryan. Nice one, matey. Yes, big thumbs up. Let's carry on with this stream, shall we? Let's carry on for another half hour because I'm enjoying it. Yes, Rob John, great questions so far, and hopefully I've given you the right answers. Richard Elliott, fantastic, mate. Really enjoyed your questions as well. We're coming up with some great questions, great answers, dialogue between yourselves as well as we go along. This is what it's all about. We're having a cracking night. Aaron Miller, surely another few hours left. How long do you want, Aaron? How long do you want? I can't go on all night, so I'm limited with beer at the moment. I have to go out and get some more. And let us know, how many more hours do you want of me? Let us know. But I'll tell you what, Aaron, you, Ryan, we're going to definitely sort out this get together. Never want it to end. What are you boys drinking now? Pop down the pack and get some tinnies in. I'd love to, but I live in a Yorkshire village. I live in the middle of nowhere. I tell you where I live. That way, right? We have got Penrith, 60 mile. Yeah. That way behind me, you got Newcastle, 45 mile. Yeah. That way, you've got Harrogate, York, 35 mile. That way, you got the stinky Middlesbrough, 10 mile. Armpit of the UK, boys and girls. Um, right, so let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Wine. Citra Temple Hop again. Nice one, wine. Big thumbs up for Matty. Good man, good man. How's the cat? Well, the cat is usually on top of here, but the cat is she's been in a mood today, to be honest. She doesn't want to know me. She's kind of like brush me off. Um she usually kind of like she's crawling all over me and everything, but today she must be on her rags because she's not interested in me today. I've got a few scratches that we can say there. Yeah, she's not interested. She told me that. Beardy says none of those show hosts have any knowledge on talent. Only Tom Jones. Exactly, exactly, mate. I tell you what, on these kind of like talent shows, and for the hosts, I need to have somebody like I don't know Ozzy Osbourne. He would be a good laugh, wouldn't he? Ozzy Osbourne as a talent show host, he would be brilliant, really, really good. And who else would you have? I mean, bless him, if he was still here, Lemmy would have been a laugh as well, wouldn't he, on the talent show? He would be cracking. So, yeah, some proper rock and rollers on these talent shows. Terry's quick beer review says, Jonathan just been necking some Gaz number 5 best bid. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier, mate, because I'll tell you what, I would love to review that beer. I'll be looking for it. And how many beers do Gads do, Terry? Because there's a number 5 bitter. I'm expecting there to be about 6 or 7 or maybe 8 of them. Because I remember seeing a picture of Gads number 4, number 6. I can't remember exactly, Terry, mate, but let us know. BD Beer Review says they don't care about talent, they worry about the pounds. Exactly, because that's what they're paid to do. BD Beer Reviews is basically a glorified karaoke show without them being drunk, and I would love to see Johnny Rotten. That's a good call. Yeah, Johnny Rotten. He won't kind of hold back. If he sees something crap, he'll tell him. Matt Barker says it's hard to impress David Williams. Well, it's not hard to impress anybody, is it, really, to be honest, David Williams or whatever. For me, like I say, they need to have some proper rock and rollers in. Vince Neil will be another good one to be on the judging panel. Vince Neil, Ozzy Osbourne. Who else would I have on the judging panel in the talent show? I'm trying to think now. I'll say Lemmy would be good. Alice Cooper would be good as a judge as well. Gene Simmons, yeah, anybody like that would do. You know, just turn around and say everybody, yes, shy. You know, have some rock and roll. This is what the world's missing at the moment: some decent rock music. Beardy Beer Review says David Williams is the most closet gay I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Beardy Beer Review said Vince Neil should have died instead of Razzle. Sorry, drunk drivers. Yes, you're right. You've been watching The Dirt, have you? I've been watching a bit of The Dirt, and I must admit it's pretty naff, to be honest. I never really was a fan of Motley Crue, to be honest. I never really liked them, to be honest. There's better rock bands than Motley Crue. Matt Bug says I had Steven Tyler in America, but he got absolutely safe for it, so he pulled out of it. Yeah, Steven Tyler. I remember watching him do the judging in America. He seemed okay. He seemed like he was on the ball compared to all the rest of them. I remember seeing. Can't remember who's it. Paula. What's her name? Can't remember her name now. Can't remember Paula. Somebody. She was she didn't know where she was, kind of what time of day it was. But yeah, he got slayed for it. Beardy Beervy says, watching the dirt only 7 times and well watched it with the missus. She instantly said, no playing crew in front of all the little princess. It can't be that bad, surely. I remember seeing a lot of the dirt, but the thing what put me off from watching the dirt was the acting. I thought the acting was terrible, very wooden, and I just thought it was pretty naff, to be honest. There's better stuff than that on. Ryan Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. He says Paula Abdul. It was Paula Abdul. Aaron Miller says Paula Radcliffe. I can't remember that. Ted's quick beer review says Gads 3, 5, and 7. There's an Imperial Stout, Oyster Stout, probably more that I can't remember right now. Yes, I think I remember seeing the picture of the Gads 5. That must be the Oyster Stout, I take it. Yeah, the Gads based in Kent. I'm sure that there must be based. Whereabouts in Kent are Gads based? I'd like to know that. So put us in the comment while I'm on at the moment, Terry. Tell us where you said in your beer reviews where they were based at. Matt Barker says, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. BD Beer Review says it only took 11 years to be released. Once they released it, Saints of Saint Andrews, the album that was gonna be Sandra. Yes. To be honest, my kind of like thing with Motley Crue was Dr. Feelgood, and that was it. I remember getting the album when I changed the singer, Vince Neil, to John Corabi. Can't remember his name. The Motley Crue self-entitled album was a bit grungy, but it was okay actually. I thought it was a bit different to what they were used to. But it's only Dr. Feelgood which really resonates with me. Terry's quick beer review says Ramsgate. Yes, I remember now. Ramsgate. So is that the main brewery in Ramsgate? I take it being Gads. As far as it getting Gads beers up north, I don't think I will be able to. Maybe doing some sort of. It's the Ramsgate brewery, so I take it that's the only brewery in Ramsgate that does Gads and everything else. I'll take it there's really a Kentish beer and that's it. I don't think you'd be able to get that in anywhere else. I want to comment on that, Aaron, because obviously because I'm not from Kent, so I'm a Sussex boy, so I can't really comment on that. Matt Barker says, I don't know if it's just me, but after many craft beers, they all taste the same. That's why I feel we need to drink the special ones for your first one or two, then go on to the session beers. I think you've made 4 beers and you're going to review the 4 beers, and 2 of them, let's say, quite expensive special beers, and the other 2 are cheaper, weaker beers. Me personally, I'll go for the weaker beers, then on to the stronger beers. But the problem being is that to get the full taste of the stronger beers, I'll call it like a smash palate. What happens is you'll have the stronger beers, you drink them, and of course you pick up all the beautiful flavors. And when you get to the weaker, cheaper beers, you don't pick up the flavors because of what you drunk before. It kind of overpowers what you drunk before compared to what you're drinking now. So I can definitely see where you're coming at. The Beardy Beer Review says Dr. Feelgood, good album. Love the bass line. Was one of the earliest bass lines I learned. Surprised I remember it as so many powders, pills, and alcohol was involved during. Yeah, I can imagine. You doing that, getting a bit carried away, right? Yeah, I mean, me in that LA kind of like rock kind of like scene when I was into rock music at the time, anything with powder puff blonde hair and loads of tattoos really put me off. You know, it wasn't really the type of rock music I liked. I like to have it more progressive, a little bit more progressive, maybe a little bit more originals instead of just talking about you know women in the lyrics. I mean, I like Van Halen when they were out, um, and that Sammy Hagar period of Van Halen I liked. I like Kiss when they were um, okay back in the 80s. I wasn't too keen on Kiss in the 90s. So yeah, it was one of them things. Matt Barker says you don't want to pay an expensive price for top beer. Oh, sorry, Terry Scook Beer says they don't export outside Kent, so it's difficult to get hold of. Um, Next time I'm in Kent, Terry, I'm going to pick some up. I'm going to take them back with you because there's some Sussex beers I need to pick up sometime. Matt Barker says you don't want to pay an expensive price for a top beer, not remember it once you have had a few. That's why I prefer the special beers first. Yeah, totally agree. Matt Barker says Bob Seger. I never really was into Bob Seger. Never really. Um, Great American singer songwriter. I'll give him that. I'll give you that, mate. I've never got into him. It was kind of like an artist I never really got used to be honest. So yeah, for me, if I think of an American singer songwriter, it's Bruce Springsteen for me. But Bob Seger, never really touched him. Beady Beer Review says I was brought up on Crew, Kiss, and Maiden from my uncle. My great uncle got me into Purple Sabbath and Whitesnake. For me, Beardy, um, yeah, I like Kiss when I was younger. When I listen to them now, I think they're a little bit naff, to be honest. Maiden, for me, the golden age of Maiden, for me, was anything up to Seventh Son. I like Maiden. But no, Purple, yeah, I like Sabbath Volume 4, big fan of that. Aaron Miller says, what beers do you have to try in the pipeline? Aaron Miller, I've got lots of Doc's beers to try. Doc's from my mate Matt Barker. Got lots of beers to try from him. Hopefully gonna try the new Robinson's Trooper beer. Hopefully pick up some more Tesco's beers, craft beers to try as well. Matt Barker says, oh, Aaron Miller says, I'm based in Kent. What beer is it that you're after? Matt Barker says, Bob Seger is bigger in America than Bruce Springsteen. You hear him. Fair enough, mate. I just don't resonate with Bob Seger. Sorry. Um, Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name. Kiss Love Gun. Great song. I have got a copy of Love Gun over there. I've got a copy of most of the early Kiss albums over there, my CD drawer. I like the early Kiss. It's just when they got a bit into the 80s, they got a bit naff. But saying that, my favourite Kiss guitarist is Bruce Kulick. I thought he was the best guitarist that band ever had. The most. Um, bum, 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 bum. Bob Seger and Bruce Springsteen are great friends too. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Matt. Yeah, I can imagine that. Volume 4, Led Zeppelin 3 was the albums I got stoned. I got drunk with my great uncle. Volume 4. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's one of the best Sabbath albums for me. And talk about all the others, Paranoid, Heaven and Hell, but Volume 4, fantastic stuff. Led Zeppelin 3, underrated. I have to say, Beardy, underrated album. I liked it. It's acousticy, if I remember rightly. I've got the CD over there somewhere. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, tonight I have to say, boys and girls, has been an absolute pleasure. It has to be an absolute pleasure. I'm going to go one more time. Justin Edinburgh has just died. Terry Scoop Brewery's just said Justin Edinburgh. Justin Edinburgh, I remember him playing for Spurs. It's just, how old was he, Terry? Let us know, mate. I haven't got a clue. He must be quite young, surely. Surely. Was he manager of Gillingham, man? Can't remember that one. Let us know in the comments. Let us know, mate. Yeah. Let's go back to Beardy's reviews. comment. Yeah, volume 4, Sabbath, for me. Rob John says, boys and girls, Jonathan Brown. Yes, boys and girls. Thank you for watching, predominantly boys. There's no girls in the comments, but get your wives or girlfriends on. Get your wives and girlfriends on now. Terry's Group Beer says 46. Yeah, 46. What a shame. Too early to pass away, isn't it, Terry? Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to think what position Justin Edinburgh played in back in the day. Nicky Barmby was in the same squad as him, wasn't he? Spurs. Let us know. Another beer. Cheers, Richard, mate. Another beer for you. What are you drinking, mate? Let us know. I'm not drinking much. I've been doing a lot of talking in this because, as being the host of this, I'm doing a lot of talking. Aaron Miller, you're cracking, mate. He says, Aaron Miller, Ryan is a little bitch, so that counts as a bird. That counts as a bird. So fair enough. Cheers, Ryan. Cheers, Aaron, mate. Any more comments? Please put them up. I'll just finish this off because I've near enough emptied her. So far tonight, we've discussed a lot of things. We've discussed football. We've discussed beer. We've discussed Amanda Holden. We've discussed, who else we discussed? Music. We've discussed a hell of a lot tonight, and I must admit, it's been a cracking night. Cracking night. Just finish up. When I finish this, I suppose the video will have finished because I haven't got any more beer. Fair enough. Rob John says, I'll just show Ryan Bryson Payne with double barrel name. Like you do. Right. Rob John says, Jonathan, can you give me some life advice? Life advice for me, from me, from anybody, from me, of all people. Rob John, you laugh, mate. Be all over me now. Rob John says Jonathan Brown. Don't know what that means. Which is Rob John always buffering. You broke John Brown. Git. Oh, you broke me. You broke me. I think I'm going. Rob. As soon as Rob asks for life advice, you break down. Buffering, nods. Oh, life advice. Am I going to get back on? I'm going to drink my beer. Views are going up, but not sure. I'll tell you what, while you're waiting for it to go up, I'm going to do a live review. Boys and girls, welcome to another live review with your host, Jonathan Brown. And we have a bottle of Left Nectar. Like you do. There you go. We're back on. I'm going to do a live review, boys and girls. Left Nectar. There you go. Coming in at 5.5% ABV. Super smashing great, boys and girls. I just poured it out, like you do. Droves of honey from the glass. Droves of honey, like a beehive with bees buzzing out. Loads of honey. Appearance wise, very clear gold. Little stream carbonation. It smells beautiful. I'm going in. Cheers, everybody. Quite sweet. On the front end, you get a lovely sweetness of honey. You know, your mouthfeel is pretty smooth, like you do. It's got that real left character in. There's always this left character of smoothness, like a yeasty type of character, which you get in all lefts, and it's lovely. Maybe a little bit too sweet for some. I think I've over-egged the honey, to be honest, but it's all right. I've changed the bowl, got a left etch in there, and I've changed the top. No cork, which is okay, but it's okay. It's sweet, drinkable, and for the money, you can't go wrong. So, boys and girls, left nectar. There you go. Give it a whirl. Right, that's my live review over in about 5 seconds. BD Beeries says, which lefts have you had? I've had quite a few, to be honest. I've had the I've had the Boon, I've had the Nectar, I've had the Ritual 9, I've had the Veal Cuvée, I've had the, what's that other one? I can't remember. It's left into far, I think. Rav, that one. So I've had a few, and I've all had kind of like very much kind of like similar, but little bits of difference in the taste. You know, predominant. If you get nectar, you get a little bit of honey, but you still get that left flavour in the background. BDB Radius. Radius is the one, mate. Yeah. Matt Barker says, what about Hugon? Hugon, I liked. It's great with a salad. The cat's coming in. Come on. Come on. Oh, the cat's coming in. Let's see if she can come up. Say hello. Oh, there she is. There she is. Look. Got friendies. There she is. She's a bit spooky today. And yeah, a bit spooky. Oh, don't be like that. Look. Look, all your friends are watching. Look, all your friends are watching. There you go. There you go. There you go. There she is. There you go. Wave to the people. Wave to the people. Hello. Hello. There she is. Now she don't want to know me today. She's kind of like got the rags on, really. And yeah, got the rags on. Got the rags on. Yeah, she's a bit terrible. I'll put her up in a, you know. Oh, go on. There you go. There she goes. No one knows. She buggered off out there. Yeah, she's a bugger, Matt. She's a bugger. She tells me what to do all the time. She's white boss bag, to be honest with you. Yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about, to be honest. Matt Barker says, need to go in the garage and get more beer. You go in there, mate. Watch yourself with the mowers and stuff. Get the spring ball out. Is it spring ball? We can have a knockabout. BD Beer Review says, Hugarden had a drunken blunder with that beer at my metal rock bar. Ordered it, and the barman says, you're sure it's quite expensive? I was like, that's fine. I put 7.5 down and drunk and confused Brett. Indeed. Yeah, Hugarden's okay. It's kind of like a gentle, easy-going white Belgian white beer you can have with anything really. Just put these beers away. You can have it with most stuff like you know, salads and stuff. I always see it as a beer you can have with salad and really nothing else, to be honest. It's one of them beers which, you know, it's nothing too it's, you know, nasty about it. It's just quite pretty, you know, it's pretty kind of like drinkable fodder with hardly any strong taste notes, to be honest. It's kind of like one of them for a summer's day, than more or less, to be honest. So yeah, I like Hugarden. It's quite cheap as well. It's quite a cheap beer. It's quite a cheap beer. Where are we? I'll pay £6 for a shot of 91.9% absinthe in there before. And wow, Matt Barker says picked out Robinson's Beardo. Nothing amazing, but decent session. I'm not a fan of the Beardo, to be honest. And Beardy Beer says drinking petrol is how I could describe it. Indeed, indeed, indeed. That's how you can describe it. Yeah. So there you go. So boys and girls, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up because we're kind of like dropping down a bit. I've been on the go for about 2 hours now. Beardo more like Blando. I'm gonna have one more beer, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. So boys and girls, thank all of you, every one of you, for watching this one tonight. It's been brilliant. It's been an absolute laugh and a hoot. And please join me next week, round about the same time, for another one because it is an absolute blast tonight. We've had some cracking laughs, and that's what it's all about. So, thank you, Beardy. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody. Aaron, Ryan, Terry, Rob, Richard. You've been brilliant. Rob, John, you've been brilliant. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all next week. But please, about the same time, if you all get together the same time, round about 5:30, 6 is 5, between 5:30 and 6:30. That's when I'll be on. It's been a cracker. It's been a blast. Yeah, review it together. Great one, Beardy. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Review a beer together. I'd like that. I really would. Matt Barker, I will be talking to you soon, mate. We'll organise another. I'll make sure I get my parcel out to you next week. We'll make sure we do something again in the future. Obviously, yeah, bit of a banter too, Beardy. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching. So see you all about this time next week. Thank you very much. Cheers, all.